Hey everyone, my name is Lady River, and this is Crypto News with Stonkaholics. In this episode, we'll be covering Elon Musk's Bitcoin marketing coup, how Bitcoin can reach 400,000 in 2021, tokenized real estate inches forward despite legal technical hurdles, Superchief opens first ever NFT gallery, and Sentinel's decentralized VPN protocol launches on Cosmos Mainnet. Before we get started, if you guys could please subscribe and like the video, that would be awesome. Elon Musk's Bitcoin marketing coup. By embracing Bitcoiners, Tesla is likely to make more sales among the crowd even if they pay in fiat. An extra BTC the carmaker gets is gravy. This week, the manufacturer began accepting Bitcoin as payment for its cars, delivering on a promise made early in February by its impish chief executive Elon Musk. Underscoring his faith in the currency, Musk declared on Wednesday that Tesla would keep rather than convert any Bitcoins it earns from car sales. Typically, the rare merchant that accepts crypto as a payment for goods or services will swap it right away for US dollars or another fiat currency. That's understandable given the price volatility and the low likelihood that the merchant suppliers would take magic internet money. But the Tesla chief said his company is holding. Incentives to hold. Bitcoin is deflationary by design. There's a set amount that will never be minted. Yet, as it grows, its popularity denominating things such as luxury cars in Bitcoin ends up by hurting the buyers over the long run. Also in the US, crypto is treated as property tax for purposes, which means that if you buy a coin for, say, $1 and it doubles in value and you spend that extra dollar on a cup of coffee, you are supposed to report the purchase to Internal Revenue Services and pay tax on it. It remains to be seen whether Uncle Sam will go after every last Joe Schmo who fails to report a HODLing purchase. But it's reasonable to assume anyone who uses crypto gains to buy a Tesla, which can run anywhere from $39,000 to $150,000, would show up on the tax man's radar. Bitcoin can reach 400K in 2021 as risk-off reserve assets. With institutions demanding protection from inflation and dollar depreciation, historical trends could see BTC 8 times from its current prices, says Bloomberg Intelligence. Bitcoin still gets criticized for being too volatile, but one Bloomberg analyst believes that it conversely is becoming a risk-off choice for investors. In a tweet on March 25th, Mike McLaughlin, senior commodity strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence, said that this year marked a watershed moment for the largest cryptocurrency. 400,000 BTC would rhyme with history. McLaughlin uploaded a chart of the BTC average price and the Bitcoin Liquid Index, a price ticker specially created for institutional use. Quote, well on its way to becoming a global digital reserve asset. A potential price peak this year with previous behavior as context could be as much as 400,000 per coin. Tokenized real estate inches forward despite legal technical hurdles. An unusually rowdy and informative virtual panel at the Security Token Summit yesterday reveals the fractious difficulties of bringing regulated assets on-chain, as well as the promise and progress of the tokenized real estate use case despite those hurdles. Michael Flight of the Liberty Fund spoke for 30 minutes on the state of securitized real estate in a free-flowing and often contentious discussion that heightened the complexities that arise from decentralized finance and stringent government oversight meet. When asked why tokenized real estate is so exciting, Flight pointed to the size of the market and how few investors can gain exposure to it. When asked why tokenized real estate is so exciting, Flight pointed to the size of the market and how few investors can gain exposure to it. You've got $280 trillion of real estate assets, and tokenized real estate is going to let all the investors into the asset class, noting that high prices and regulations have traditionally kept average investors out of the real estate market, aside from purchases like homes. Quote, we want to offer these securities, these asset-backed securities, to people who traditionally haven't had access. Regulatory shackles. While the promises of the use case is significant and has been pondered over for close to a decade, aside from a handful of experiments, there has been little significant traction. Part of the reason, according to Regev, is the friction from bringing a regulated asset to a decentralized system. Quote, "It can work," he said. He compared current digital real estate to digital paper, saying that all the legal requirements for barriers surrounding real estate remain functionally identical, regardless of whether it is a digital or physical format. Moreover, he noted that 12.5 accredited investor households in the US who could benefit even if tokenized real estate doesn't fully democratize the market. Flight also pointed out the significant advance in utility that can be made with tokenized real estate. He said that the Liberty is working with centralized crypto lender BlockFi to allow real estate-backed security tokens to be used as collateral and even to earn interest as a yield-bearing asset. NFT Craze and institutional money to bring the next 100 million crypto users, says Crypto.com CEO. It took over a decade for crypto to reach 100 million users, or 1% of the global population. Going from 100 to 200 million is going to be much, much faster than going from, 50 to 100 million. He explained that the expansion of crypto's network effect will result from a combination of converging trends. The arrival of notable institutions into the crypto space has signaled to many that mainstream adoption is underway. Household names such as PayPal and Tesla are beefing up their Bitcoin acquisitions and supporting Bitcoin payments rails for non-crypto native customers. There is just a whole slew of financial institutions that are now putting a certain portion of their assets into Bitcoin, so that drives quite a lot of action. NFTs have established themselves as the hottest topic of 2021 so far. The NBA, Jack Dorsey, and some of the most prestigious auction houses in the world are all cashing in on the craze. Marszalek is excited about the prospect of, quote, top celebrities who have 100, 200, 250 million followers. Getting their fan base involved with crypto, he believes, could be the surge of its new users. Quote, "Today's culture is led by influencers who are just operating online. This is the perfect time for NFTs to actually go mainstream." Superchief opens first ever gallery dedicated to NFT artwork in New York City. Located in Union Square, the location will display NFTs on auction on high-res screens. Mainstream adoption of non-fungible tokens doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon, as the first ever art gallery dedicated to solely NFTs backed art has opened in New York City. Superchief, an artist collective that operates in galleries in New York and Los Angeles, announced the launch of the new gallery in Union Square neighborhood. The gallery will display NFTs via collaboration with Black Dove, a manufacturer of high-resolution digital art display screens. The first exhibition, titled Season 1 Starter Pack, casts a wide net featuring over 300 artists. Each of the artists will be auctioning a one-of-one NFT of their display work, as well as a 72 print drop. The gallery will be accepting cryptocurrency as well as credit card payments. The exhibition joins a spate of dubious first-ever claims from various galleries and museums around the world eager to display NFTs based work. Dubious because CryptoPunks were on display in galleries as early as 2017. And pioneers like Kevin Abash have been displaying blockchain-based art well before NFTs were even a concept. The spree of institutions follows a non-legendary run of NFT headlines over the last few months. Once considered a technical niche, NFTs are now seemingly everywhere, even on the evening news. Likewise, major media publications which traditionally have ignored blockchains entirely are now converting NFTs, in part due to the absurd sum of money flooding into the space. Sentinel's decentralization VPN protocol launches on Cosmos. App developers can utilize the Sentinel's network to access Sentinel's bandwidth marketplace for DVPN applications. Simply, the purpose of the Sentinel ecosystem is to empower universal access to the internet in a trusted and provable manner. Sentinel network allows anyone to be able to sell their bandwidth on its marketplace. Developers can utilize the Sentinel protocol, built with Cosmos SDK, to build applications, both public and private, that use the Sentinel network bandwidth marketplace for DVPN applications. Sentinel is the first project that focuses on offering privacy at the network level to any blockchain or DApp, said Dan Eldebek, co-founder of Exidio, which contributed to development of Sentinel DVPN protocol. Quote, "Once integrated, these blockchains or applications will be able to provide their users with both privacy and censorship resistance. Simply, the purpose of the Sentinel ecosystem is to empower universal access to the internet in a trusted and provable manner." Thank you guys for watching this episode. If there is any comments or questions, please feel free to ask anything below. If you guys didn't subscribe before, now's your chance. Please subscribe now. Thanks again.